go ahead and get my drink ready. This could be a long session. It's Saturday. I ain't got nothing to do. Should have been on yesterday. I was very, very tired. Man, my job is working the crap out of me, and it also caused me to not make the right trades, not make any trades. But I needed to be home so I could have made several trades on one stock, and that stock was Tesla. But I don't know. I don't know what to do. I'm going to see how it. See, here's where I get in trouble. I'm just trying. I'm sorry, I'm getting texts. I set a exit point, and then when it gets there, I find reason to keep it, and just ow, God, I need to stop that. I need to stop that. Let me pull up these comments. Cashmatic, what's up, man? Saturday. So I was supposed to be on yesterday. Y'all know the time I get on anywhere between 11 and 1, and I was just too tired. I had to go to bed. I crashed. I actually pulled up my chart. I got the video ready, and I'm sitting in this chair, and I wound up crashing. And I just got up and went to bed, and I was like, I'll do it later. And then I woke about 3. I just couldn't do it. I was just very tired. So here, let's go ahead and get into this. So here he is. Let's pretend it's Friday. And why is my phone this all of a sudden just keep going off? All right, so let's pretend it's Friday. So the Dow, this is the way it closed. It was a rough day. It was up, down, up, down. At one point, my portfolio was exploding. That's when Tesla actually opened up. And we'll get into that in a minute, because that's mostly where most of my positions are. And so the market actually had a pretty decent day. And this is the good sign, the red. The VIX actually went down 11.5%, because yesterday, which is Thursday, oh man, it exploded. What was it, up 50% or something like that? That was a true explosion. So let's get into something that's interesting, that these guys like CNBC, I'm hearing all these, the Robinhooders, all of a sudden Robinhood is running the stock market, and who's making the correct trades is the people that's on Robinhood, because they have this little thing, what the people are buying, and they're moving the stock market. It's not the professionals, it's the Robinhooders, which is a bunch of bull. So Fidelity has the same kind of thing, so I figure I'd bring it up, and we could see what the Fidelities were trading on Friday. And this is the list right here. I think you only get this if you have an account with them, and then it'll come up. I'm not sure if you can pull this up just by going to fidelity.com. So you can see the number one stock. This is the number one stock that was with the trades, right? So the number one stocks traded was Boeing. And then you can see the buy orders and the sell orders. I don't know if Robinhood breaks it down like that. And you can see the TVIX, right? It was about 50-50, actually a little bit more selling on the TVIX. Tesla, the number 3 stock traded, but they was buying it. Tesla was down a good 4%. It was down even more, and then it finished down 4%. Go away. Oh, great. Now I can't don't do this on me. Don't do this. Come on, we need the thing back. All right. So Tesla was down 3.8%. It was down even worse than that, but it kind of made it. I think it went down to as low as I ain't gonna click that little window because it got stuck. Hey babe, Deborah's 5 in the building. All right, so this is the stock that I'm worried about because it's most of my positions. But look, they was buying it. So is that a good thing? What are Robinhoods and Fidelity's buying it? And then you can see, we could just go to the list. Apple, American Airlines, these are the most traded, and then you can see the buy sells, and you can see the little graph. So if it's over the green, for the most part, it was a lot of buying. Okay, they were selling the SQQQ, which means they think the market's going to go up. Look at this day with Lululemon, it was buying hard. So Amazon, it was buying, Microsoft. I'm looking at the big ones, Apple, Tesla, Boeing, Norwegian Cruise Line, Genius Brands International. I actually don't know what that is. NVIDIA, Q's, and Nikola. Yeah, I'm saying that right. So, and Disney, wow. It was really getting down on Disney. So you could see lots of buying from the Fidelityers, whatever you want to call them. So let's maybe we can get some bullish action. I was trying to figure out a way, so now we can bring up the charts here and see what I was looking at. And this is the SPX, and man, I'm trying to draw all kinds of trend lines to see where we are going. All right, I got a mess here, but really there's only 1, 2, 3 lines. So the main one from the bottom to the top, you can see it got breached right there, right? And we're coming back up to basically check the bottom of that trend line, and then generally we go down from there. It's not a good sign on the main primary trend line. It's just not a good, even after the rally yesterday, because we're not going to go straight down. We all thinking straight down, straight. No, it's probably not going to do that again. But you know, maybe it's trading more like a chart. So we broke through, then we'll come up to kind of test it, and then maybe collapse. That seems like the most scenario. We broke that line hard, man. You know, so anyway, and we got 2 closes below it right now. All right, so I tried to draw another trend line. So that was the, let's call that the primary one. And now I'm going to delete it. Okay, I'm going to delete it now so we could just see. Remove that drawing. Okay, so then here is, let's call this one a secondary. And I was like, man, let me find a trend line where it can help us, meaning where it didn't really break it so hard. Now this one, it has, I don't know, it has, you know, let me draw some, 1 touch. And the more touches on a trend line, the more solid it is, 3. So I was actually liking this particular trend line. I don't know if this is kind of a touch, maybe a half a touch in there. But see how it's just kind of following along. But then it broke here, and then it came back. So maybe we can call this an outlier. And then it was coming. Then it caught this secondary or even maybe a tertiary trend line, and then went up. So, but if we come back to where we are, you see how it broke below, and then we actually closed the next day above it. So maybe this is the line. Maybe this line is going to hold, and it's just violating it. You know, violated a couple of times. So I don't know. It's just something. I'm reaching here. I'm reaching. Okay. So I don't know. See if I draw something like this. I'm just sitting here trying to connect all kinds of points. If we do something like that, you know, maybe it'll bounce here. Maybe it's going to be this Fibonacci at the 61.8. I mean, you know, I don't know. I got to admit, you know, stochastic is pointing down. Let's pull up the 4 hours. Maybe we can get a better read. You know, so this just looks like it wants to go up here. You know, it's still, you know, oversold. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. But my thing is I don't know. I just don't know. So anyway, we can see how I did. I'll pull up my positions. Oh, it's not showing it for the day. I guess because it's a new day. Anyway, so Tesla, I have a bunch of, what's the SPX? What is this? Oh, I sold a put on the SPX. It was a small one, 2,800, 2,900. Where is that? Looks like it's just down $60, but that's kind of big because I sold it for about $1.20, so it's down half. I don't like that. But I think I sold that 2 days ago. So, okay, so Tesla, you can see, look at all these positions I got on. And I just sold puts, and as it was going down, sold more puts. I think I'm safe, but I don't know. That double downgrade, you might have heard about it on Friday, was Goldman Sachs and Morgan Stanley both came out and said, oh, you know, let's downgrade Tesla, but for whatever reason, my price target 680, and then another price target was 950. So that's why I didn't participate yesterday. And I'm telling you, if it wasn't for those downgrades, this thing was going to make another all-time high, in my opinion. But it got downgraded, and for the most part, you pull it up here, what is it, down 3.86%? I think that's actually pretty good for a double downgrade. I think that's pretty good. So we'll see what happens on Monday. You know, maybe we can get an upgrade. I always say when these guys come out and they make a downgrade, make sure I'm right there. Yeah, when these guys come out and they make a downgrade, I always say it's because they want to get in. I think it was Morgan Stanley that said, don't quote me because I don't know which one, Morgan or Goldman, sell Tesla well, downgrade Tesla and it's upgrade GM, which kind of maybe makes sense. But at the same time, really? So GM was running, meaning sometimes I feel when they do these downgrades, I even think they get together with another firm to really knock the stock because they missed it and they want to get in, right? They don't want to pay $100,025 for no Tesla. So how do you get in? Because they got clients, and their clients is like, hey, we got any Tesla? And they probably like, no. But why not? Because it's only hearing on the news. So they want to get some Tesla. So they're like, oh man, we missed it. So we gotta downgrade this thing so we can get in at a good price. You got some that call, hey, yeah, I got you at 125. 125 is it's 935. Why'd you give me so high? So the institutions always want to get a good price. So I always feel it's opposite of what they really want to do. There's some kind of motive, and I don't think it's sell. We sell Tesla. Sell Tesla and buy GM. Tell you what, what did you want? We looked at the Fidelity list. I mean, is GM on here? No. Remember, we're moving the stocks. These guys, right? The retail traders moving the stocks, but nobody's bought GM. Wonder why. Okay, I don't know either. It was up 5%, and not necessarily because these guys are going to be selling a whole bunch of cars, because it was an upgrade and it was an up day, so they needed all of that to go up 5%. Have at it if you want GM. You can see what this thing is going to do for you over the years. You're looking at it. We're going way down 2,000. If you want to buy GM, go ahead, because you're looking at what it's going to do for your money. So that's my opinion about the whole upgrade, downgrade. It's just terrible. These guys, man. So I say hold. And here you can see which stock is getting ready to catch fire. Look at all the volume and, who has the better outlook, the prospects, so it's here. Maybe it is overexpensive. I don't know. But there's a lot of people that didn't get on board, even with this dip. So do you want to pay up, or you try to talk it down so you can get in? All right. Here's my thing. So I got big positions on in it. And when I put them on, it was above 1,000. Is that the daily? Let's pull up the hourly. And let me draw this 1,000 line, because it gapped up. And this is when I put most of my positions on. I think I had one on, but I put more on. It gapped up over 1,000. I'm like, and I watched it, and I watched it. And I was like, man, this $1,000 is going to hold. So let me sell some puts below that. And I sold the 800. So I was way down here selling puts. And I think I even sold something up here. I got a little aggressive because I thought, 1,000 is holding. And sure enough, at the end of the day, it closed on a high. This was a trending day. It just went up, gapped up and went up, right? $1,027.40. I was like, oh man, this is really going to be a good trade. That was a hell of a day. That was a great day. So the next day, we had the 2,000 point sell-off. Nothing survived. Nothing. We saw the heat map. Everything was bright red. You needed sunglasses to even look at the thing. So we're going to give that a break. And even then, what did it close at? The close was, it actually did close hard, 972. But it kind of ran down at more the end of the day. I think it was hanging out at 985, 990, and then the end of the day, it took it in. So my goal was, when I put those trades on, I'm zooming right here. When I put those trades on, I was like, if this thing breaks 1,000, I'm out. Okay, I'm out. And then we'll just see. So you can see it hanging on 1,000, right, up and down, just going through it. It was trying to hang on, and it gave up. And now I'm like, why didn't I let it go? That I don't know. I should have sold everything right there. And that's where I'm mad at myself, because I made that call. I put it on. When you make a trade, you always want to, you got to have some kind of mental stop, all right? You could have a physical stop. You type in the computer, right, in your thing, and it'll get you out, or at least have a mental one. Like, know when you're going to get out. Don't worry about necessarily how much money you're going to make. Know how much money you're going to lose and get out, okay? So the profits will take care of themselves. So I'm like, all right, this thing goes below 1,000. I'm out. I'm just out. But I sat here, and I sat here right here and watched all this up, down. And then as it was going down, maybe it's because it was going up, I just watched it. I watched it, and here it is, 972. So I'm like, all right. I think I might even have put another trade on. I can't remember. So the next day, we get a double downgrade. Two firms downgrading the stock on a day the futures are ripping. First of all, the futures was up. I was like, yeah, all right. Probably hit that 1,000 mark again. I did the right thing not selling. I'm talking myself thirsty. So, so when the market opened, I'm at work. I look at the phone. So the market opened. Now let me pull up the 5-minute for the next day. You can see right here, maybe the minute. Let's pull up the, I have to scroll. Can I get to 9:30? Yeah, right over here. Let's see if I could do something like this. Okay, so it opened up. I look at my phone and I see it's up to 987. Remember, it closed at 972. It's 82. So it's almost, I'm like, oh, great, man. The double downgrade ain't even take this thing down. Remember, I just kind of peeped at my phone, looked at the price. I was like, okay, that's it. I went back to work. I didn't even, so I get home somewhere around 11:30 down here, and then now it's trading about 950. And I was going to sell. I think I was aware of it, not, Luke giving that up. But I didn't want to make the trade on the phone because I lose money on it. I tell you that, right? If I make a trade on the phone, I'm going to lose. So this time I'm going to just wait. I'm going to wait until I get home. Because if I would have sold it, I would have came home and it would have been up like 1,010 or something like that. So I'm just going to wait. I'm going to be patient. I'm not going to panic. So anyway, I should have panicked because I came home, it was like 9:50. So I'm sitting here and watching it. And it's just trending down. I mean, I'm like, are you serious? Because these two firms don't downgraded it. It's going to do all of that on the day that the market's kind of up. So I was very disappointed. I went to bed. I was asleep somewhere around here when it went to 9:12. I might have gave and sold it. I don't know. But so this is a good thing. It went to 9:12 and then it rose and all the way back to close at 9:35. So let's see. Let's see if this thing hangs on. Let's see if it breaks the low. I might hang on and just sell it below that low, the 912 low, and see, hey, if you hang on to 912, then I'm out. Even though these positions, I don't really start losing serious money. Well, not necessarily until below 800. I got a short put at 800, another short put at 820, and another short put at 750. So I'm still 100. What is about 100 points, 115 points below above the first one, then 135 above the second one, then 185 points below the third put. So I should be safe, but I don't know. This is where I get burned. So I'm really stuck. I need to just, I just got to do it. That's I can't believe I'm sitting here and went to 912 and I said I was getting out 1,000. So I would have been up nicely, way more than what this is saying. It's saying, saying I'm only up $8 for the position. I was up thousands. So you might be like, hey, you're up. I was up thousands. I'm lucky I'm up. The theta is $7 a day. So I don't know. Anyway, so the data, I can't remember when I put this on. Let me see. I could say view trades. 6/11. Okay, that was Thursday. I sold a small SPX and I was wrong. Yeah, that was Thursday. Okay, I actually sold it. I'm trying to think. I sold it before the market went, and I should have been probably buying puts and go with that. I sold it before it really, somewhere in the middle of the day right here. I think on this bounce. Let me see. I don't know. I can look at the time of that trade. View trades. Oh, no, I didn't. I sold it early, 10:04. Ugh. Okay, where's the chart? Yeah, I sold it clear over here. So you can see I lost money. Well, not necessarily. It's way out of the money, but I should have waited. Trending down. I should have just bought a put. Man. So anyways, trying to, so that's why I did a small one. I just wasn't certain. I was waiting for that down day, and I finally got it. I was like, I'm going to sell a put. But I did it small. And I was looking at some other stocks, and you see I got the Peloton. I'm down 105. Facebook, this thing, anyway, it says I'm flat. I'm up 515. I'm really up more than that. Remember, this thing is volatile because of the leaps. But here's the big trade in this, right? 34 days out. I sold the 215, bought the 205. And this thing, as you can see, where is the PL open? I'm down $500 on that trade. And I need that to reverse. It's weird because when I put that on, view trades, I put it on the 5th. I thought I would be making money right now. So I put it on the 5th at 10:30. Let's look where the stock was. Keep doing that. Facebook. The 5th. I gotta go to the hourly. Okay, the 5th, right here at 10. I put it on right here. And then we're right here. This is the weird part. Put it on here. 8 days later, we're damn near right at the same spot. And I'm down $500. I get it and I don't get it. I don't get it because we're at the same spot. I get it because what happened is when you sell a put, you sold volatility. So volatility increased. When volatility increases, you're losing money. So that's what happened. If somehow this can go up and volatility decreases at the same time, which generally will happen, you're going to see that thing up 1,000 points or so, and almost want to close out. So I'm a little disappointed in that, what's happening there. I actually thought about selling some more. So is this thing going to come down here and test this 215? Sometimes when the premium doesn't come out of the spread, I always say, oh man, it's going to go there. That's why it's not coming out. So I have to be careful here and possibly see it's 223. Maybe that's the support to 223-ish area, and just get out if it hits that with that position, because it's a big position. That's a big position. I could lose a lot of money on that position. So we don't need a double downgrade on Facebook, and something like that's gonna hurt me. So I gotta be careful. It comes up, it comes down, and we came down and gapped up, came down. At least we made a higher low. So and we closed good at the end of the day. So let's see what happens compared to here, right? We closed on a low damn near. This next day we closed up. So I like that. What else we got going on? And Peloton, I don't know why I know why you're down because the stock went down. But I think the 4-hour chart, I forgot right here. I think that's it. That move right there, it retreated, and it retreated because of that big sell-off. So I got in. I think I said on the video, I was like, ooh, I might have to put a trade. So I ended the video and put a trade on. And what did I put on? Like a call spread. No, I sold the 40, bought the 38. So it's at 47, right? So I'm way down here. I sold the 40 and bought the 38. So I'm saying it's not going to come down here. And let's hope I'm right, So far, that's so good. But as you can see, I'm down. I'm underwater. And that's because volatility increased. In Amazon, I sold a put spread in Amazon, 23.80 to 23.50. That's somewhere down here, right? 23.80, somewhere right about here, right? To the 23.50. In the range, something like that. Ooh, what the hell? What the hell did I just do? No. Oh man, I don't know what oh wait, I think I hit something over here. There we go. So yeah, I'm saying it's not gonna go in this area, and I don't know. I don't know. What I am noticing the trend though is I'm selling these things too high. I'm selling them on breakouts, and I need to really wait for the pullback. I'm getting excited. I'm just like, oh, I sell it. I'd be like, okay, see it bust out this range right here, and I sold it, and it came right back to it. That's when I need to sell it. So anyway, that's what's going on with me. What's going on with you guys? I'm gonna end this video. If you don't come in and say something, titanium wedge, man. I just finished a video, titanium. You're late. Oh man, you got a stock you want to talk about? But I just kind of went over my stocks, my trades, what I was thinking. The reason why I didn't get up, make a video. We talked about Robinhood users. What does that say? The latest news. Look, CCL. So they was almost buying CCL. Slightly more buy orders. And then see here the Robinhood users' favorite stocks roar after sellers. So yeah, this is the Robinhooders. Everything is about the Robinhooders now. American Airlines, Delta were up, and like they're the ones moving the stock market. I don't believe it. I just think it's a story and they went there. Retail investors have grabbed the spotlight in recent months as market has rallied in the middle of the coronavirus pandemic. Some traders and analysts have attributed rallies of between 300 and 500% in stocks of bankrupt or soon-to-be bankrupt companies as Hertz. We talked about that, right? Chesapeake, Whiting, and J.C. Penney last week to individual investors. The unpredictable moves have left some professionals avoiding the stocks of companies popular on Robinhood. So generally, I guess people like to fade the Robinhooders, right? Oh, you buying Tesla? I'm selling Tesla, And generally they're right because we suck. We're retail traders. We don't know what we're doing. But the Robinhooders have been right. So basically, the stocks that the Robinhooders has been buying, and I think when they say Robinhooders, they mean more of the retail investors, right? They've been going up. So they think that they're really kind of moving, but they're not. It's just that the stocks they're buying are ones that are going up. In the professional money managers and stuff, they're not in these stocks, and they're missing all these gains. Right? They probably even shorten them. So maybe that's possibly why it became the story, because they're losing money to the people that don't know any better, like me and you, to buying these stocks. So you see how bad the market was, and yeah, you see, I was just trying to read on. You see how bad the market was, and you could see what the Fidelityers were buying. Right, and it was all buys for the most part. Let me see. A sell. The sell was the SQQQ, the ultra short QQQs, and American Airline. No, slightly more of a buy. This in credits, the TVIX. So basically, they're saying, hey, market's going higher. We're buying everything. Bankrupt Hertz. Look at Hertz. Did you hear that Hertz wants to sell $1 billion worth of shares? I think they got. I think they might have got approval. A bankruptcy court late Friday approved Hertz request to sell it to $1 billion in stock. So the Robinhooders ran up the stock to like $5 or whatever. Remember, Carl Icahn got out of 72 cents, so they ran it up. Basically, something that's worth nothing, and so they say, "Hey, man, wait! Can we sell some shares?" They basically going to do a pump and dump on you guys, okay? Because they're going to sell this $1 billion in stock, and then they're still going to go bankrupt, but they got some money. You know what I mean? So just be careful because it could still be worthless, okay? The car rental company appears to be seizing on a wave of intense speculative interest in shares since it declared bankruptcy last month. Drowning in debt, hit hard by the global restrictions on travel designated to slow the spread of coronavirus. Said, unless a genie or a lamp showed up in the collateral pool, we expect the eventual equity value will be zero, credit sites analyst said. So investors eyeing Hertz might be some of the same who have been buying deep value penny line stocks on Robinhood. See, more Robinhood. Chief investors, this is not investing, it's gambling, so... this is for the quick buck crowd, not long-term investors. So what I heard is that these pros, they go long on stock like Hertz that's going to go to zero. They just need to delist it. Maybe not now, but it's still going to be possibly worthless. So just remember that. Unless they're going to be pulling off a miracle somehow if they turn it around. Um, Supposedly they go short the stock and go long the bonds because that's who has gonna get the value of the company, whatever is left. So since they go short the stocks, but the Robin Hooders ran it up to $5, you see the pain, right? So they cause pain, and it's just all over the news and stuff like that. All right, Titanium said all cruise lines are dangerous. I don't know. Here's the thing. I don't know if there's a survivor. There should be because I think Carnival raised money. I think Royal Caribbean raised money. I think they all did. Norwegian. I think they all did. Don't quote me, but we know there's going to be cruises are not over. So as long as they survive and you got time, you're gonna be fine. I feel no matter what you get because they eventually will. Let's say just go 10 years from now. This is the kind of time you need, and it's over. Everybody's got the vaccine, and it'll go back to those numbers. You just don't want to do it, and they wind up the money they raise, they spend it, lose it, and then they wind up declaring bankruptcy and become a Hertz. Okay, so as long as they don't do that, we know cruises are not going nowhere. I don't think we saw the end of the cruises in March. So I think there's something there. I think you could buy it and you gotta have time though. You can't buy and try to sell it in 6 months. You gotta just be like, I'm holding this, putting it in a drawer, and I'm gonna wake up in the year 2035 and see how much it's worth. That's what I think you got to do with these kind of companies. Chopper, what's up, man? I should have sold my RCL when it was up. Yeah, because when you make a profit like that, I mean, you got to take it. You have to take it. What was it, up 500% or something like that? By the way, that's the stock I owned, RCL. I bought it when it was at the low. I bought it down here somewhere. See my little lines? I even drew it. So, I mean, if you bought it at, let's say you bought it at 38 and it went up to 75, yeah, I think you needed to take some. You had to. It went up too much. But, if you're looking at this, the trend is still up. I mean, broke out the channel. Still going up. So maybe, just a little pullback. These guys, yeah, see, that was making $4.27 a share. Here, I guess the virus $1.42. Now they lost $1.48. But as long as they turn it around, they should turn it around. Somebody's going to turn it around. Look, they just kind of broke out, found some kind of groove in 2013. Thing was just on a roll, and then boom. Wow. Cashmatic, you see the guy that was trashing? No, I didn't see that. I didn't hear about that. Yeah, because Buffett, he sold all the airlines at the bottom for the most part, and airlines are making a comeback. You had Carl Icahn sell his 55.3 million shares of Hertz for $40 million. I think it was 40 million, 40 million, 40 billion. I think it was 40 million. And you see it went to $5, so he left a lot of money on the table. Who else dumped something? And, these guys generally are smarter than the Robin Hooders. If Buffett bailed on the airlines, it's probably a good sign. I mean, this guy got way more knowledge than we do. It's probably a good idea to follow his lead. Maybe, and we heard Boeing say one of these guys are going to go bankrupt. Everybody's assuming that airline's going to be American Airlines. So I think it's early yet, because you got to remember, okay, we're coming back. If we're coming back, I'm going to give the benefit of, let's say we're coming back. Let's say tomorrow these planes, they got them, for social distance, but they're 75% full. These planes are not going to make it. You're not going to make it at 75% full. Okay? You're not going to make it. You struggling when it was full. 75%, you're not going to make it. So you see what I'm saying? It's not like they're going to be full tomorrow. It's going to be a long time before these planes are full. And then That's why I think it's, yeah, we're running the stocks up and whatnot, but it's early, man. They I think they still could fail. You know, a lot of, yeah. I mean, it's just not going to be the same. And the same with the cruises. They was enjoying all that profit. These guys were running full boats. And so just think about that. Restaurants are not going to make it with half a restaurant. This is the things that I was worried about when we was approaching all time highs. I'm driving around and I don't know what it's like in your city. I'm seeing these I'm seeing the tables and chairs and stuff all set out like a dining room in the parking lot, taped off with yellow tape. This is the trend I'm seeing. That they moved basically the dining room out to the parking lots and got it taped off. They're not gonna make it in that scenario. I'm not trying to go out to Red Lobster and eat in the parking lot. It's not gonna happen. You gotta have some people say, yeah, this is nice. Swatting bugs and flies. No, just, you know what, forget it. The whole experience is you want to sit in a nice little place, you don't want to go somewhere and spend money and sit in a parking lot. So this is what I'm seeing. I'm just shaking my head, man. And these guys is buying up this stocks. Really, this is the new wave. This is the way gonna go. No way, it's not gonna work. So I don't know. I mean, just remember, these restaurants are full. Dinner time, you go somewhere. If you're late, right, you're gonna wait an hour to be seated. Depending on what restaurant you go, you can go to a cheesy one and you might be able to get a seat. Yeah, you might go somewhere now and wait an hour, but they're half full and they're eating in the parking lot. So it's not gonna be the same. There's no way these stocks can make new time highs, and they're still gonna struggle with that. They're gonna be struggling to where they might say, this ain't work. We might have to declare bankruptcy or whatever. I don't know. You seen the Starbucks thing now? They're gonna close 400 stores or whatever. And they bought it up. I wanted to buy some, but I just didn't have the money. I wanted to sell some of the options I had, but I didn't realize I had that much invested. So I'm over invested in Tesla, man. Please don't have another disaster like it did the other day. I don't need Elon to come out talking about the stock's too high on Monday, because I'm gonna get crushed. Anyway, so yeah, let's chop that little face. Oh, cool. So yeah, I mean, just think about some of the stuff. I mean, we're getting all optimistic on this opening, but it's nowhere near to what it needs to be, and that's even. And that's what I think the market finally caught up on after and it's like, why did the Fed have to why was it we didn't see this? We needed the Fed to tell us this. Oh man, it's going to take a long time. We're not even thinking about raising rates. We needed the Fed to say that. It's just not going to. It's not going to be the same. I mean, we got viruses. It's sparking up in different parts of the country. Let it start increasing in New York, and then it's real. We could still visit the bottom. If you look, I'm looking at this chart, and I mean, I don't know if Starbucks does that, but it looks like it almost wants to do that H pattern. SPX is a little high. I mean, if there's another wave, and at the same time, Trump looks like he's losing the election, it's going to be ugly out there. I think that's going to be the wave to maybe make us come down here and want to test something, so just keep that in mind. I don't know, it's just so much uncertainty out there, so that's why I got bearish. I actually remember I came on, I basically damn near called this top. I said, I'm selling everything, and I was going to keep a few positions on. So I was so excited when the market went down. I even got longer. Stupid. I just felt for some reason I get caught up in Tesla. I think those premiums are so good, but it could actually hurt me. They're good because it can go there. So that's what I need to learn. He said Dave Portnoy, that's his name. No, I didn't hear about that. I think I heard something about this Dave Portnoy guy. Oh, wait a minute. He's a trader. Is he that trader that is he that that Barstool Sports trader? Is that him? But I think he's a traitor. But anyway, I mean, Warren Buffett is smart. Even if he made a bad trade on the airlines, he's still, you're gonna make a bad trade. The guy's not perfect, but he knows a lot more of the inside what's going on. He owned 10% of, I think it was 10% of, was it all the airlines? Or, I can't remember which one he owned. He knew exactly what the numbers are like and what they're looking at, and more stuff than they could probably even release on these airlines before he made a decision to get out of everything. And you know what? Even if he got out at the low, I think it was wise, because they're not going to be like they used to be. We all conscious now. We're gonna be on that plane. Let's say it is 100%. We just gonna not want to be flying all close and tight. And here's the thing. Here's another thing they're gonna figure out. And this is when viruses, people. All right, you pull the middle seat, or you have people scattered throughout the plane, and they require you to wear a mask, even though you got to drink, right? You gotta get a drink. You gotta eat your peanuts or whatever they serve. So you're gonna be pulling the mask off. Let me tell you something. I used to fly. I was in the military. I flew on a 707 I got about 167 flights for over 1,500 hours. If, just because you're separated, the air, it's through the vents, it's done. This whole separation thing is garbage. You can't social distance on an airplane, period. Can't do it. Let's say, all right, I got my mask on. I'm infected, let's say. I got my mask on. I got to go to the bathroom. Guess what? I'm getting up. I'm touching all the back of the seats, right, to get to the bathroom. I open the door, hit the lock latch that everybody's going to touch, right? Lock. I do my thing, piss on my hand a little bit, don't wash my hands because I'm nasty. And then I open up the lock, open the handle, right? Walk back, I'm touching all the seats. Trying to get back to my seats, touching the overhead hat. Let me tell you, there's no social distancing on an airplane, period. So these are mind games that they play. I don't know what they're doing. Oh, yeah, we're going to sit over here and here, and everybody's going to wear a mask, and we're all going to be protected. We're all going to be just fine on this 5-hour flight. It's a bunch of bullshit. It's like, I laugh at this. There's no such thing. Whew. Anyway, so in the airlines, they want to run them up. You want to run them up? Okay, watch. If this virus stays around or if it comes back, watch what happens to these planes. They're going to be the next cruise lines. Whew. All right, man. Yeah, the Barstool Sports guy. I thought so. Yeah, I heard about him. But that's his thing, He's trying to get views. He's trying to be... And I hate that he gets featured every once in a while on the financial channels. He's just being, to me, obnoxious, stupid to get that crowd, to get us talking about him. It's like what Rush Limbaugh does. It's like what all of them people that say crazy things. It gets you famous. It gets people talking about you. You just be up saying stupid things like that. If I was on there and every tweet I did was bashing Warren Buffett, my Twitter would start blowing up. So that's what I think he's playing. He's playing that game. Oh, I lost $1 million in this Boeing trade today. Oh man, oh fuck, and throwing. That's, come on. Who does that? And then it's actually getting him famous. It's probably worth the spend of $1 million, lose $1 million to get to where he's going. And he's totally playing everybody. So yeah, I don't like that guy. It's total game he's playing. Total. I see right through it, Anyway, that's my thing. I thought that's who he was talking about. And he's going to stay like that. He's not going to say anything me and you going to say he's not going to say I'm trying to think, the things that most people will say. He's going to be on the other side, right? And the other side is what will get you the views. People tell me, how do you start a YouTube channel? How do you get remember, I've been on YouTube for so many years, but I just do my own thing. I don't even follow my own advice. But how do you get to blow up fast and get subscribers, you be controversial. I don't care what you're talking about. Just be controversial. Take the other side, right? You can't. Let's say if you have a flower channel, you can't be like, oh, this rose smells so good. Oh, I love red roses. You gotta be like, oh, red roses suck. It's garbage, man. You need these purple roses. Nothing better than purple roses, right? Red roses are garbage. I can't believe people give these red roses to they women. They crazy. And they actually gonna get some? Nah, man. You get them purple and green roses because how you get them purple and green? You can't grow them that way. You spray paint them and then you give it to them. They're gonna smell it. That's how you get views. If you talk about way everybody else is talking about, we know red roses smell. You're not gonna get views. So he's taking that aspect to blow up, and to get opportunities. Remember, the more views you get, the more subscribers, the more fame, more opportunity, more doors open for you, right? And I saw how he blew up his Barstool Sports and things like that. So that's the formula to success, right? It's be controversial, and you will be seen. You'll be recognized, and then you got to decide where to take it from there. Saying the same shit is not gonna get you. You're gonna blend in with the crowd, right? You got to not blend. You got to take the other side, right? It's the other side of the trade. Oh man. I'm telling you, talking my mouth dry. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and end it. So anyway, let's see what happens. I got to decide if I want to get out of the Tesla trade before I lose a lot of money. I'm not worried about the other positions because they're small. All of these are small. Amazon's kind of... No, that's 3,000. But yeah, I think I'm actually safe in that. But I don't know. Nothing's safe. But this is the one that could actually hurt me. See all the positions? And they're wide, man. They're wide. They big, wide put spreads. See you, dude. Have a good weekend. All right, Chopper, man. Thanks for checking in. Oh, man. Thanks for guys for checking in. I appreciate you. I felt bad for not making that video on Friday. I'm like, oh, man, I actually have new regulars come in. You guys checking me out. And I kind of let y'all down. You said, do you see the healthcare making a move? No, I've been so focused on XLH. It's healthcare, right? I thought it was. XLI? XLV. I don't know what happened last week. Oh, man. I don't know if it's still making that move. If you look at this trend line right there. Oh, maybe it's a save. Maybe that's a stick save right there. So it could be a buy point. Could be a buy point. But I do like the consolidation. Looked like it wanted to break out right here, and boom, just failed. And that's what happens when it's not supposed to, it's supposed to go up, but it always goes hard the other way. I know the market's sold off, but that's what it does. So when something's supposed to go that way, because if you look at the trend line here, right there's the trend line. See how it's popping through? And hard. Went right to the bottom of the channel. So it's actually a buy right here. And you could use that low to get out. That low right there. Maybe this low if you want to be safe, or this close if you want to be. I think 3 choices. You can use this low, this close, or this low. So, but right in there, maybe just 96. That's a better 96 and just be out. Of course, you 97.60 now. $1.60 of risk, and you could be out. But this thing hasn't done nothing since the market's been ripping, and it's actually been sideways. So maybe you're talking about the IBB, which is the biotechs. Same thing. They did reach a new high, though, and it looks like it's slowly rolling over. I don't know how far it goes. You can see the breakout with a little, I even got it gray, right? Maybe it comes to here. Maybe it saved it on that low on Friday. So maybe we start to go up again into this range. But I think the move is done in these stocks. Just as you can see, just reached the high and that's it. But when the virus, when the more bet, the more news that there's something. All right, we already got, they're going through these phases. When they get to the next phase, I think every time we get closer to the cure, I think there'll be another leg up. Are you giving me a specific? ENPH. Energy. I don't know what they do. Looks like it still wants to go lower. I don't think you're safe until like it crosses that moving average, until we actually see the bounce. Pulling up some support. Right there is that support right now. That's where it bounced at. But let's see it go a little higher. Let's pull up like the 4 hour. Maybe a little something right there. That low. You can always get in and use that low right there, right, to get out. So that's 45.50. And right now it's 40. That's $3 away. Yeah, you can do that. It's not, doesn't look like my thing. Does this thing pay a dividend? No. I don't even know what this is, but let's pull up the monthly. Not bad. Not a bad monthly. With that candle top, I'm not even liking this monthly. But, yeah, we'll see. Yeah, the volume didn't even really explode on that for some reason. But yeah, I mean, the monthly looks the best. I didn't like the daily. Let's pull up the weekly. I don't like the weekly. I don't like that at all. I want to see a green bar at least. And then the 4 hour looks like it's trying to gain support. The 1 hour, same, right? It's flattened out. Stochastic's going up. That's good, right? So I like that. Yes, you could possibly get in here and watch that low. Watch that right there, that 45.50. Myrna. Damn, this thing. I look at that and I see Iron Moderna. I see Iron Condor. That's what I see. I don't know. The reason why I'm afraid of these stocks, and it's just like Tesla, because everybody's in Tesla. It's always going to make the news. They're always going to talk about it. And then the stock's going to trade on that. So this is one that they're always going to talk about. So it scares me. I don't like stocks like that. I know I'm in Tesla and I trade it. It's the damn premium in those options. So just be careful. I don't know. Right now, I think it's a sell. I think it goes lower. It just looks like it had its moment right here. Right? Remember, this thing came out of the damn near the pennies, was doing nothing. I don't know where they are in that virus thing, but if it has a failure, I could see it going right. I don't know. I just don't like it. Everybody else, but this is in the news, and when it's 87. When yeah, this thing is going to trade on news, so just be careful. And this is volatile. I mean, this candle right here went from 66 to the low of 46. Right? That's just too much for me. That's 42% in a week. Yeah, so you could see the volatility. This one was 24% in a week. This one just last week was about 14% in a week. So it's just too volatile for me. Yeah, so I like the move up, and then look at that volume. It's like that capitulated right there. So let's see. I don't know. See, you could buy it here and then it blows down. I don't know. Let's see it start to trend up a little bit more. I mean, because the close here wasn't even higher than that close, that open. So I don't know. Let's see it make a higher close, at least above the candle prior. And it hasn't done that. It hasn't done that in a while. Well, here it did. But I want to see it right. Yeah, I want to see it close. I want to see it close above this candle. Let's see if it can close even above the high yesterday. This is a weekly now, so it has to, look at it a week by week. I like looking at the weeklies are my favorite, by the way. The daily looks all right, but it looks like it could be bear flagging as well, right? So be careful here, and that's what the bear flag does, and then you get another leg lower. Yeah, maybe you could play it like, breaking out of this range here, right? That range right there. If it breaks out, maybe then go with that direction. Cashmatic, man, you throwing all kinds of stocks at me. WNT, I don't know what that is. You mean, yeah. I wanted to buy, I saw this. Remember, I was trading this thing, and I got out of it, good thing. I sold the 115s, 110s, and I was like, oh, man, this is an excellent price. Look at how this is the 200, the purple line. It's below the 200. I like this as a buy. I didn't have no money. I was going to buy $1,000 worth and throw it away in the buy and hold portfolio. So I like it here. I do. Because this is just a stock I always wanted to own. I do think it's just being faulty. Yeah, I think it's a good buy from where it is. And look where it came from. I can't believe it did this still. Yes, that's down. Is that just 15? Down 10%? 13, 131, 121. Yeah, down 13%. It's coming into this support down here. So I like it here. I do. I don't like the fact that it broke like that. It looks like it still wants to go lower, I'll be honest with that. But and then when it comes back up now, 120 is the resistance. I didn't think it was going to break that. It did. And it did it when the market was ripping yesterday. So I think it wants to go lower. I don't know where it wants to stop. Trying to get something, maybe right here, maybe right where we at. See, we got here, this candle kind of sits on that candle, kind of sits on the high here. So maybe right where we're at right now. So maybe we will have a bounce on Monday. I don't know, but yeah, I think it can accumulate some Walmart. Yeah, long term, exactly. That's what I'm looking at. Not for a trade. For a trade, I don't know where it's going. I got to be honest. I mean, this thing is volatile. Look at this thing is like, huh? Compared to what the market was doing. I mean, if you go from February 24th to present, February 24th, which is right here, right to present, this thing is like a check where like down, up, a V. Walmart was just all over this thing. So I don't know. I mean, they hired a bunch of people doing, a lot of people shopping there. I think the thing was, I pulled up some reports. I think they sold more in the food category, but that's not really their thing. They're not going to get rich selling food. And, they need you to buy that general merchandise stuff. And I think that's where the suffering was, that it was just more the groceries, it was the essentials they tore it up on. And the rest, it's kind of like, but the online orders, I think, was up a couple of 100%. I can't remember the exact numbers. I think they're moving in the right direction from where they was. It sucks that they sold Jet.com. Well, they just turned it off. Basically, it's we ain't gonna do that no more. So they bought it for what, $8 billion? I can't remember. It's just a shame. What a waste of money. But I think they're finding their way. I mean, let's see here. Look at, I'm going to Walmart.com. If you search on here, these guys, I mean, you can get anything, just like Amazon, really. Look about Walmart. I mean, just like Amazon. I don't even know what this. Oh, that's a sponsored product. Get some insurance, free pickup, free 2-day delivery. I mean, you can't sold and shipped by supply. Different supplies. You can't sold and ship. Oh, okay, there's other sellers. See, they got 17 other sellers, just like Amazon, shipped and sold by Amazon. You ain't got to be a Prime member to get the free 2-day delivery. You ain't got to spend $120 a year, and you're getting that. You know, you could go to the store, or you can wait, and they'll give it to your house. I mean, I like everything that they're doing here. I actually think one day they do some kind of Prime subscription thing. Just get that free money. That's like free money. Anyway, but yeah, I'm just clicked on look at next day eligible. So they are doing next day kind of stuff. You know, so I don't think they'll ever catch Amazon, but they gonna be close. You know, they're gonna be right there, and I think they definitely headed to Target than anybody else. So yeah, free 2-day. It's past the time for next day tomorrow. So order by 1 p.m. on Sunday for delivery on Monday. I don't even know what this is. Wireless weather station. So you can order it. You know, we missed it, but we can get that tomorrow. Or we could pick it up at the store. And then when you go to the store, they got these orange little locker things, and you just scan your phone with the barcode, and the thing comes dropping out of the hole. It's like amazing. I don't know if y'all ever used that. If you didn't, it's coming to a Walmart near you. So I like it. I like Walmart. I'm telling you, they're getting their act together. They way ahead of the competition and right behind Amazon. Okay, so back to the stocks. He said, your girl ordered food from Amazon, delivered in 4 hours. Wow. And then remember, I mean, yeah, it's delivered. I mean, but we can go to Walmart and go get it now. You know, how was it? How was the quality? You know, how was all that? And then remember, Walmart has that when they deliver it to your refrigerator. You ain't even got to be home. I mean, they'll come inside and they got the guy with the wife, the body cams on, and you get email alerts. You could watch him on your phone, go through your house and put your stuff away. I'll never do it, but they got it. And and if you have something a return, you just leave it on the counter and he takes it and walks out. This whole thing is recorded. You know, so they're really experimenting with going above and beyond. So let's see. You know, somebody's probably doing it. So not me. You know. Maybe if you come in and you clean up, go vacuum my carpets and mop the floor or something. Anyway, yeah. So, and we see what's happened with Amazon. I can't believe I missed that call. I tried to buy the call here. Y'all remember? I missed it. The thing has been straight up ever since. Ugly candle on that weekly. Look at that. Just rejected up there. I mean, at one time it was up here. It actually totally bull flagged when this was colored in green, because at one time it was a full green bar, and it gave it right back. So I don't know what's going on. We need to be careful. You said I think that's lazy, right? That is lazy, but they're going to try to profit off of being lazy. Anyway, my mouth is getting dry, y'all, so I'm gonna have to go ahead and cut this video short. And I already said that before, and I'll be back Monday, hopefully. Hopefully I'm not too tired to make a video. And yeah, it sucks that my numbers wasn't there. I'm like, damn, where are my numbers? But I think I was up like 400. At the beginning of the day, I was up like $2,400. And then it wound up being up 400. And I was like, good, because remember the day before on the crash day, I was down like 28. And so we was up 24. I was like, all right, I got the money back. Simple. I just held on to my positions. And yeah, so I don't know. All right, y'all. Alert on GSX I got on when it's below 28.50. Let me look at that real quick. Hold on, y'all. We need to look at GSX. Why do I got an alert on that? When I said it's below, is it to buy? I don't even know what this is. I don't know when I put that alert on. This is not bad if it breaks out that range. If it breaks out of this range, it's not bad. You know, I don't know. Somehow breaks out. Anyway, I'll talk to you later. Thanks, Cashmatic, for hanging in there. And Chopper, I think you already left. Titanium, Babes, Deborah's Fabulous 5. and Cashmatic. Yeah, that's everybody. So I'll talk to you guys on Monday. Good trading. Hopefully, like I said, I don't know. I don't know, man. But we did break those trend lines. So I do think we kind of actually, my guess is we kind of go up a little bit to test the bottom. And then I think we do come down. So I need to take note to myself and maybe lighten up. All right. So I'll talk to y'all guys later. This is Dre on YouTube, Dre Trades on Twitter, Instagram, and you can hit me up there. All right. I'm out of here.